Those burritos had something in it.
Burrito food?
Taco Bell sauce.
You always had ears like that.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Meow.
Sure is hand outside.
Oh,
today,
Oh man. Sure is hand outside.
Sure is handy.
No, I said it sure is rainy outside. What are you hearing? Are you on something right now?
Sam Raimi?
How many?
5.
Welcome to the good, the bad, and the bloody.
It's been a while.
I'm Derrick Brown.
I'm Cody Bowden.
And we got...
Oh no, let him introduce himself.
Oh.
I'm Scott Stark.
You almost fucked it up.
Stop.
And we also have Jessie.
She can introduce herself.
She can't.
How
Introduce
gentlemanly
myself
of
as
you.
Starbuck.
Just do it.
Sweet.
That could be your like little, maybe you get like a Twitter, so like follow us.
Well, my Instagram is.
It's Starbucks.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
When did you get an Instagram?
I've always had one. I've just never used it.
Did you change the name of it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Alright.
we don't have Instagram. We're men. Men don't use Instagram.
Yeah.
In fact, well,
No, that
what?
sure is a
Only
funny
my
thing.
ex-boyfriend bags have Instagram.
You're a little hesitant on that, Scott. Do you have an Instagram?
No, I don't have an Instagram. I have a Tumblr.
Oh my god.
I don't know what I do at night, so I might have one.
Oh. Cody, you have one?
Oh. Out of what, Luke? The feminist young boy, Luke?
What?
I don't have a Tumblr.
I don't have
Instagram.
that, for
I don't
fuck's
have
sake.
Tumblr.
I feel
I'm
like-
crazy, I'm not stupid.
I feel like the lack of light in here is like putting me to sleep.
Shut up, Cody. Just wake up. Here, let me give you a hand there.
It's okay.
Wake me up inside.
I can't wake up. How?
Wake me up inside.
Anyway, so
Save me.
save me from myself. Is that the? Oh fuck.
Save me
it.
from the nothing I've become.
Yes, that's it.
All right, Derek. You should guide us through this
Okay.
magical journey.
So, it's The Gift and Crimson Peak
Thank God.
Yes.
we're going to talk about. 3 of us saw The Gift, all 4 of us saw Crimson Peak.
Man,
Ouch.
there's so many people.
Try and guess which one of us didn't see The Gift. I'll give
Yeah.
you a hint, it rhymes with it was Scott.
It was not. I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
It was Scott.
It doesn't just rhyme with it. Literally is me.
Yeah, Derek needs to learn what rhymes are.
No, man.
But Crimson Peak, you've probably heard of it. You've probably already seen it. Honestly, this has a lot of things people want to go see it for.
You're making a lot of bold assumptions there, Cody.
Oh no! You think,
No,
no, think
everyone
about
I
this.
talked to was like, "Oh, was it good?
Yeah.
I wanted to go see it." I haven't
So
heard
they
a
haven't
single
already
person
seen
go,
it then.
"Oh, I wonder what it is."
Yeah, see, either they're very curious about it because it looks well made, obviously, or
I was
maybe they go,
curious about
"Ooh, ghost story," or maybe they say, "I love the way the Victorian
Most of them
stuff
have
looks."
mentioned the director. They're like, "Oh, I love his other
Guillermo Del
movies."
Toro, right? But
So I want to know how this one is.
and even
And then also, Girls of Tumblr, Tom Hiddleston
I
and
was
Charlie
just
Hunnam
about to say
are
that.
on there.
I was trying to say that.
I
was
totally,
trying
someone
to
pointed
get
that out to me today. They're like, "It's Loki," and I was like, "Boom!" Hit me in the face, and I was like, "It is."
fangirl over it.
I couldn't remember why I knew his face, and I was like, I don't know why, but I like his face, and I can't remember why I know his face. And then someone was like, "Oh, it's Loki," and I was like, "Boom! It
I
is."
think people need to calm down with Tom Hiddleston. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
He
It's the
had
big
the
blue
most
eyes.
nudity in the whole film.
He did. You got to see his ass.
You got to see his butt.
You know?
Oh
It was a good
yeah,
butt.
Some
I
fan
totally
service.
forgot about that.
I give it like a 9 out
Oh
of 10.
my!
Ew. I give it a 0
Yeah.
out of 10. I fucking hate that guy. I like it. I
Why?
like his role as Loki, but I don't like him that much. I don't like people freak out about him. It's like
It's
like when the new
blue
Mad Max
eyes.
came out, and all of a sudden everyone's a Tom Hardy fan. Out of nowhere.
Well, some people were already Tom Hardy fans.
No,
I
not
like him
these,
as
not
Bane.
these, not these Tumblr fangirls, Derek.
Oh, well.
Do you know what I mean? These like fucking like Hardy.
He was
fans.
also in a romantic comedy with Chris Pine, so
Yeah.
girls knew him
And
from that.
I never heard about him until, and then all of a sudden Mad Max comes and I go, "Oh my gosh, Max is so hot!" You know, out of nowhere. It's there, Derek. If you look for it, you don't even have to. It's there, actually. It's
If
in
you
your
look
face.
for it, something will victimize you eventually.
I don't know. I'm just trying to find a way to see it victimized. But
If Charlie Hunnam had gotten naked in that movie, probably right out of the theater, I would have said, "Somebody tell Chelsea about this movie."
who's that?
Charlie Hunnam, it's the guy from Sons of Anarchy and Pacific Rim.
Who's Chelsea?
One of
Scott's like, "Wait, what?
Sorry.
Who's Chelsea?"
Oh, jeez. No,
She's a
I
girl.
mean, you lost me on both accounts, but
Yeah, but he was like, wait, girl?
oh well. But yeah, there's so many, like, there's just such a range for people that want to see this movie, and I guess it's like
yeah,
many
it's got a
different reasons.
pretty good
Well,
broad
and there's
appeal.
the girl from Alice in Wonderland, Timber.
Nobody cares about that.
Mia.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Mia
well,
That's the only reason I
Bluey.
actually like saw this movie in the first place. Because I was like, oh, she's in it.
so who do you have a crush on more, her or Loki?
Hmm.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you have
We'll
to think
come
about
back
that.
to that.
I'm glad you have to think about that, actually. That makes me feel a little better. Alright.
You'd rather have me crushing on a girl?
Yes.
Are you threatened by Loki?
Yes, I am. I'm threatened by Tom Hiddleston's masculine mullet?
It's just the big blue eyes.
It's the big blue eyes, huh?
You have brown eyes, Cody.
I know.
He's
I was
like,
gonna
wait,
say
what?
one of these years you should be him, but since you got a big thing against him, never mind.
My
but,
eyes are shit brown.
But you like Loki, so
Oh well.
I guess you could be Loki one of these.
I can always remove my eyeballs.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Whatever,
Why would you
Oedipus, you
want
motherfucker.
He's all for it.
Yeah, because he wants to keep them.
Who says I'm gonna give him to
Yes.
Scott? Why would
I don't
Scott?
want him.
Why would Scott want my eyeballs?
I've got perfectly glorious blue-gray eyes already.
So you can just keep
I'll take
it
your
in a
left
jar.
eye.
Okay.
See?
I want to be a pirate.
I want
Oh.
to be
Good.
one of those people with two different color eyes.
I want to review the movie.
Heterochondria.
Oh, you want to review the movie, huh?
Yeah.
All right, you little shit stain. Let's do it.
So which one do we do first?
What do you
Girls
mean,
in
which one do we
Pink!
do First, we do
Oh,
the one
fine.
that
We've
everyone.
Then
already
we'll
talked
leave you out
about
of
it
the
for
loop.
like 5 minutes. And then, yeah, I'll just leave.
Halfway through the through
No
the
one will
recording.
notice. No one will
man.
care.
Actually, can we do a little bit of B-roll first? Still,
B-roll?
I still want to talk about some other stuff. I got a lot on my mind now that we're talking.
Is this a blog now?
Yes, this is a blog. It's always been a blog.
Oh,
Sure.
wait.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The topic is floating above the room, haphazardly waiting for a
It's-
landing strip to open.
Like an horizon or something like that.
Yeah.
God, what a metaphor.
What?
I haven't even seen that movie. And
I don't know.
Anyway, I was just gonna say something. I'll leave it for next time.
Okay, good.
Well, have we talked about the Goosebumps movie coming out yet?
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
We talked about
Well,
it
we don't
outside
have
the
to talk about
podcast, but
You don't have to talk about it.
but I really wanted to see that movie.
You did?
But then once I saw the trailer for it, I went,
Well, see, now I want to talk about it.
Then talk about it.
Okay, I
It is
will.
inevitable.
because the CGI looks real shit.
Well, it's a PG movie that's like supposed to be like a comedy family thing.
I don't care.
That makes no
shit
sense.
CGI is shit
Well,
CGI.
Goosebumps was a family comedy thing,
Yeah, but it wasn't. It
or an
wasn't.
all ages
It
thing.
wasn't completely a comedy. It was honestly just like I
It
think
had
it was
some-
just a tame.
It was a tame horror thing.
Yeah, it's just
It was a horror meant for kids
Yeah, it
at
was a-
elementary level to
Yeah.
understand.
So,
Yeah.
what's your complaint there?
that it's like a Jack Black, like, oh my gosh, we got to get the thing,
Oh,
kind
it's-
of run around and nothing's actually scary, you know. Like the doll is like their friend or something. I don't fucking know. It's
The
weird.
doll Slappy, a friend,
I don't know.
that would ruin
Either that's the
things.
main villain or that's like just a sidekick.
I'm sad that they didn't get R.L. Stein to play
R.L. Stein.
Is he even alive? How old
Yeah,
is that guy?
he's alive. I guess he makes a cameo near the end of the film.
Is
I
he
read
older?
it.
Actually, I have no idea.
He's like in his 50s,
Oh, okay.
60s, early 60s.
Wow.
I don't fucking know.
Wait, so while he was doing the Goosebumps shit, fucking Stephen King was writing his big boy books,
Yeah,
and they're like the same
and,
age.
and Kuntz.
Kuntz.
Yeah,
Kuntz.
Dean
Dean
Kuntz.
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 I remember that. Anyway, well,
What do you mean Stephen King big boy books?
It's the big boy.
Some of that
books.
shit's real childish.
Yeah, but it's
I
not
mean,
like
A Car
Goosebumps.
Coming to Life. Get the fuck out of here.
Christine was a good movie.
Yeah, because John Carpenter did it. Stephen King directing a movie, Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, that movie sucks.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you know what? We need to review those. We need to have a Stephen King one.
and also, yeah, anybody takes a Stephen King thing and makes it really good. He tries to do it himself, it sucks.
Maybe because his books are supposed to be jokes.
If you try to make them too adaptful, you realize they're just real silly.
Oh well. I don't know. But yeah, we'll talk about Crimson Peak now. This movie. Where do you start with this movie?
I love this movie.
Well,
Well,
give us
at
the,
the beginning.
background of this movie. I'm sure you studied this shit.
it's a 2015 horror gothic romance film. It was directed by Guillermo Del Toro.
You're not reading off anything.
I know. Dang it, you broke the illusion.
Illusion.
No,
You might as well actually
well, I
read
first
off
heard
this
about
one.
this movie like right at the end of last year,
Yeah.
and I said, "Holy shit, Del Toro's making a horror film."
And yeah, you mentioned you've been waiting for. Wait, he's already made horror films before.
Well, I know he's made horror films before, but then he went and made his big robot movie, and he made his superhero movie with Hellboy,
Well, that was
and the other one. So
his last movie before this was Pacific Rim, wasn't it?
And then the last horror film he ever touched was just as a producer, and it was Mama.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's right.
And it was just producing.
But you can tell there's a lot of influence with Mama and the way he wants ghosts to be portrayed.
Yeah.
Because the physics of the ghosts in this movie are a lot like the ones in Mama, or the one in Mama, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they creak almost like they're made of wood, but very brittle wood.
They look stretched out almost. Kind of have like this weird black
elongated.
mist. Yeah.
Kind of like there was that one scene where they showed a ghost standing off in a field.
Oh yeah,
You guys remember that? That made me think of Ramses
And they-
from
and
Curse
she
of
It
Kelly.
made me think
Yeah.
of the Dementors from Harry Potter.
That too.
They had that kind of flowing aspect. to
Yeah,
the
it creeped me
clothes.
out. So like, if she would have been like, "Return something," I would have been like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit!"
Return
But
the Peak or Suffer
all
the Crimson.
all that stuff for the crazy. But all that weird like fog mist thing, it's just like we get it, you vape, you know?
Wow.
You're really on this the last few days.
I have just been looking up. No, okay, I was on Google and I typed in why is vaping cool, and the very first result was 5 reasons vaping is absolutely retarded. And it's
Was that the
like
thing you shared on Facebook?
that's not even the thing I shared on
my
Facebook.
gosh.
That was like 3 pages down. And none of them said why vaping was cool. But then there was this one website that was like thecannabis.com or some like hippie
The
stuff. Some kind of stoner website.
So you know it's credible.
Yeah, and it was doing nothing but bashing on how like douchey vaping can be and how you can be a quote unquote vape douche if you're doing it wrong. And then at the bottom I had a little poll and said, is vaping actually a problem in this society? Yes or no? And I was like, oh, let's see the results. And everyone said no.
Well, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I think it's a problem.
Problem for who? What problems is vaping causing?
It's annoying.
Excuse me?
It's
It gives me headaches every time I'm around it.
It's honestly, it's
The chemicals in it mess with your head.
it's the foul fucking smell of those vapes.
Even
it's
if
the
you
giant
flavor them.
clouds. It's the weird like accent they use it. They use it almost like kind of like to punctuate their sentences. They just like after every fucking thought. I can't.
I don't know. Must be you guys' thing because where I go all the time, it's banned the same way smoking is.
Yeah, and also you
Which is
probably don't
cool.
see it as much. We have honestly way too many friends. He has a relative who vapes.
Yeah.
You know.
Who has a friend over all the time?
Just
who
treat it
vapes.
like smoking.
Oh, even that it would be.
Just
really
don't-
annoying.
It's even worse.
Actually, I
Well,
would
no. I mean, if you do vape, just treat it as if smoking and know that nobody around you wants you to vape around them.
Exactly. No, I'd rather have them smoke than vape around me, which is really weird.
Well, I'd rather not, just because
I
I,
know.
have my issues with
You've got your
cigarettes. So
with everything. Yeah.
I'd rather nobody smoke or vape at all around my place once I get a place.
And just tell them do it outside,
Yeah.
or do it away from people.
I'd get a sign that says smoking's okay, no vaping. Just to spite those cherry vanilla flavored cunts. Anyway, alright. Enough about those dandies. Let's talk about the Crimson Peak. So, this movie was set in like 1890 or 1883?
It was set in the old times.
old God,
Pre-television days.
1800-ish.
It said it
There was
at the
electricity
beginning. I don't
and
know what it was.
steam-powered things.
Yeah. It's a real time in America and as well as England, because that's the two settings of this movie.
Okay.
Well, they do go to England.
Well, yeah, but it's a real time. What is that supposed to mean?
Well, it's like, because most people like
Set in Pastorama.
they overblow like the style of these, but honestly, this is like a Victorian Gothic setting almost perfectly. With it, nothing is like exaggerated. There's no.
Oh,
because-
it's very reasonable.
Yeah,
not
well,
like
you-
idealized.
Like Tim Burton kind of
Yeah.
stylized.
Yeah.
Well, you see the movie Cinderella Man, that boxing movie?
No,
No.
Yes.
That looked older than this movie, and it's not supposed to be.
Ooh.
Which is kind of what I'm getting at there. Yeah, it was the Depression, but whatever. You know.
It was depressing how old that movie looked.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. But then again, we also only see like the upper class people.
Yeah,
of
it's
this world.
Mhm.
It's all fancier.
Yeah, we're not watching people
I
like,
like that,
beat
though.
wheels with a stick or whatever the fuck they do.
Yeah, kick cans. That always makes it a little more romantic, though, right? I don't know.
Being
Kind of like
upper
Titanic,
class.
there was always like the rich element. I don't know why. Maybe because you don't have to worry about anything else. You just kind of focus on the characters.
Yeah.
Probably. You don't have to worry about
Kinda.
their social status. You're just like, pretty ladies.
It's like, yeah, they're doing
I
fine.
mean, they briefly hinted at that with the one chick who didn't like when what was the lead again?
Oh, what was her name? Norman.
actress?
No, just
Norman.
Edith.
Edith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Edith
something.
Cushing.
Edith pokes at the nobility of the baronet in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
So
The
it's not
Sharp
like
brothers.
they just didn't bring up the.
That was going to be one thing. I was going to look up what a
She
baronet
died a
is.
spinster.
It's like a baron, but perhaps
Yeah.
lesser.
Oh, that was
a
very
lesser
funny.
baron.
No, that was when they were talking
I
about the
suppose.
The
authors.
others, yeah.
It's just like your regular Jane Austen. She's like, I'd rather be Mary Shelley. She died a widow, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, because the
snap.
lady was like, she died a spinster, hoo 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 hoo, and giggled with her ladies, and then she's like, I'd rather be Mary Shelley. She died a widow.
Yeah.
Walks off confidently like, I'm badass.
It's like I'm a writing bitch. Oh yeah. No,
It's just some kind of nobility, I guess.
a baronet. Oh no, they explained what a baronet is.
Did
Loosely.
they? Finally?
Remember? No, they said it like twice. Because one of them said, "What does that even mean?" And then an Edith walks by and says exactly what it is, and that's when she first meets us like uptight bitches that we were just making fun of.
No, I think she knew them.
Well, she
'Cause I-
didn't know that, but that's where she meets up with them first in the movie.
Yeah.
That's where we first see them. She mentions that a baronet is someone who just like owns land and
Well, yeah, but in a snarky, rude way.
yeah, something like that. I don't know. If you look up exactly what she said in there, then
It's not particularly important. All you need to know is that they own land somewhere.
yeah, and they have
Very
workers.
good land if you
Well-
consider red clay good land.
It's not particularly good land because they don't have anybody working it. They don't have any money.
They do have people working.
Well, I guess they had money.
Yeah, they got money.
They had money because the dad gambled it all away.
Yeah, once Thomas married Edith.
Well, that's why they were marrying all the people, was to get more money to fund their
Yeah,
get more money
That's
scheme.
why they were continuing to marry and to get rid of
Marry-
these people so they could keep funding themselves.
Yeah, it's step 1, marry women. Step 2,
Still,
step 3, profit.
no, it was. It really was. Step 1: marry women with rich dads.
basically.
Kill the dad.
Step 2: kill the dad. Step 3: inherit the money. Step 4: kill the daughter.
Yeah.
Step 5: put that money into their machine to hopefully
Well,
make
once
more
Rebecca
money that they can.
explained it, she was like, we took girls who had broken dreams,
Yeah.
no family.
Yeah, like-
so when they went missing, no one was looking for them,
Like-
and they just went anyways because they're like, what else do I have to lose?
Like one of the missing wives, killed off wives, had a baby, Enola. She didn't have any family when they met her.
No, she didn't have the baby. That was actually the.
That wasn't Enola that
Sister.
had the baby?
no, it was the,
The
sister
sister
who
had
had the
the baby.
baby.
Well,
But
either
she
way.
didn't want to keep it
And
because
it
there
was-
was something wrong with it.
Because they were inbred.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because she's like, there was a
That
problem.
was a problem
true.
because they were inbred.
You know, yeah.
They forgot to put that extra chromosome in it, I
All that
guess.
inbreeding. But that just reminds me, did you notice that in American Horror Story, Dandy, he's a result of inbreeding? Did you?
Who?
Why has he
ever
only
catch
got
it?
one eye?
Dandy,
Who?
the crazy, the man-child that's babied, the rich kid in American Horror Story. You honestly don't remember him?
Oh,
They shut
the
us out
one
of the
who was
conversation,
killing
Scott.
everyone?
Yeah.
I sure did.
He was?
Yeah, because at one point he's talking to his mom and he goes, Dandy, we can't, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm so sorry, you're so messed up. It's all this
Oh, yeah, I
inbreeding.
remember,
And it's,
yeah.
and he's like, mother. He's just fucking nuts.
He was nuts.
But no, it's funny what inbreeding can do to you. England, anyway. So, that's like law. You have to inbreed in England, I'm sure.
You gotta
I thought
keep
that was
that
Southern
bloodline
culture.
pure.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
don't know if I should actually correct people or if I should just let the
No.
jokes happen.
No, Scott. No, they don't inbreed anymore. I'm sure in the South we still inbreed.
Actually, they inbreed more in the Middle East than in the South.
I don't doubt that. Allahu Akbar. So, what? I can offend those people if I want to. I don't care.
No,
Again.
we're gonna get killed by terrorists, and they're gonna blame us because we're
Like,
Islamophobic.
they don't already.
That kid in the podcast thing.
I'd be like, wow, you're one of our 4 people that watch this.
And all of us are like, you listen to it?
I have Muslim friends.
Yeah,
but,
that-
I mean,
Those would be my last words before getting my head chopped off would be, wow, you're a fan.
God.
Now the snack bar, buddy.
I want to open up the Aloha snack bar. That'd be just delicious. Just sell like frozen pineapple. It'd be great.
They're the bomb, don't you know?
Oh God! Check out our killer prices. Anyway, so yeah, Crimson Peak. It's really cool. They call this place Crimson Peak too, because like you just said, red clay. Their
Oh, yeah.
houses built them. It's just
It's a
vast.
clay deposit.
Yeah, it's
Big old
huge.
clay deposit.
Yeah, it's like
Which
still-
the house is continually sinking into.
Yes.
Unfortunately, because of the mine. It'd be fine if they didn't mine it, which is ironic because they have to mine it.
But should we start from the beginning?
No, the house was
It's too
sinking
late for
just
that.
because it was soft clay.
I thought they said it was sinking because the mine was literally right under the house.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
And
There was both of those reasons.
okay,
I think they should have just started out in the backyard.
Now he said,
I mean, because the house had been there for hundreds of years, it probably would have.
yeah. Well, he said like the ground's unstable
Well, it
and it doesn't
sank
help.
anyways.
Yeah, well, he said the ground's unstable and it doesn't help that there's a mine right under this. So
Oh.
it was both of those reasons. But so this main character is Edith, which, like we said, you may recognize as Alice from the Tim Burton version of Alice in Wonderland. You know, the mediocre one. I didn't like it. Did you
I
like
didn't
it?
see it.
Cartoon wasn't any better.
I only watched like half of it. I watched the whole like second half of it. So I was like, oh, there's a big battle going on.
Yeah, it's like an action.
I wish I
movie.
knew the context.
She
I
fucking
mean,
fights
from
the
what I
dragon.
know, the Tim Burton was closer to any of the books than the cartoon
I haven't read
was.
the book either.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it's more
well, it was
close
closer
to
to
the
Through the Looking Glass than Alice in Wonderland, but it incorporated
because it's got the
both of them.
Jabberwocky in it, and I
Yeah.
don't remember Disney having a Jabberwocky in it.
Exactly.
They didn't have a Jabberwocky?
No.
No,
What'd she
because they
find?
focus on the
She doesn't
first
fight
one,
anything but herself.
the Red Queen.
That's
Oh,
not-
yeah. Yeah, for like 5 minutes, and then she just gets alone in the forest.
And then there's like mushrooms and bread, and
Lots of mushrooms.
there's a dodo and Tweedledee and Tweedle anyway.
Like I said, lots of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yes. She is a writer in this movie.
An aspiring writer.
Well, yeah, that's true, yeah. She tries to get her shit published all over the place.
writing a romance film or
No,
a
she's
romance book that happens to have ghosts in it.
No,
No,
no.
it
It was
was-
a ghost book,
It was purely Ghost.
but the guy who was supposed to publish it was like, it needs a romance story.
'Cause you're a woman, you need-
Well,
Yeah.
she insisted that it wasn't a ghost novel; it was just a novel with a ghost in it.
Yeah.
I don't think she actually mentioned
Yeah.
what it was originally
And the
about.
ghost was
It
like
was
more
a
of a
metaphor.
metaphor.
It was
for the
supposed to be.
past.
I don't know if that was
Which-
true. If she was just saying that.
Which I find is a beautiful meta commentary on the whole movie,
Yeah.
because this isn't really like a ghost horror film.
Ghosts are a
It's more
metaphor.
like it's a scary movie with a ghost or
It's a
two
murder
in it.
mystery, really.
Yeah,
Which is
I was
the
thinking
ghosts are
about
from
that.
the past.
The ghosts aren't super important. Like they aren't the focal point of this film.
No, yeah, they'll come up and they'll be like, Ebenezer!
I'd say it's a thriller with a ghost in it.
Well,
like
I mean,
that novel was
the
a
one
novel with
ghost
a ghost
is
in
like
it.
Beware of Crimson Peak, and she says it
Oh,
twice,
yeah.
and it's her mom.
Yeah, her mom
She doesn't
goes-
know it's her mom, I don't think.
Well, the first
No, she said it was her
when,
mom.
When she said it, she was like,
I got visited by a ghost of my mom.
yeah.
like
Weird.
the day or two after her mom died,
And then
Yeah.
another time
Yeah.
when she's 14 years later, when she's older.
when she's just about to meet Thomas, I believe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is when she hears of it again.
What really blows, though, is she doesn't realize that she's going to Crimson Peak until
It was
like
right
2
after
days.
she met Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 days when she's in Crimson Peak, does he go, that's what they call it, Crimson Peak? And she's like, what?
Uh-oh. Whoa.
So
It's just kind of
fucking
like one of those wah, wah, wah.
And she's like, I should have asked.
Fucking
And she's like,
ghosts.
I gotta get out of here.
Why couldn't you
Yeah,
call
what
it
was it?
what was it else besides Crimson Peak?
It was called
Alderdale Hall.
Alderdale Hall.
Don't go to Alderdale Hall, aka Crimson Peak.
Yeah.
Film ends in 20 minutes.
FYI. FYI for your safety. BRB, gotta do some ghost stuff. Anyway,
Ghost and Spook and Chill.
I gotta spooky chill.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm quite amazed that the trailers like totally pulled that 180, where we thought the ghosts were gonna be kind of harmful in this movie,
Yeah, they're
but they weren't.
They
They were
were
just
fun.
really
They were
fucking
spooky.
misunderstood.
Give me a heart attack, honestly. I would fucking shit myself.
I don't know what I would have done if I saw that shit.
Especially-
That wasn't just like was that a ghost? That was very clearly a skeleton standing in the hallway,
Yeah, and just like running at you screaming.
crawling at you, screaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
the one coming out of the wall like really freaked me out. Just like
Mm.
if you were running away and you didn't see the ghost behind you anymore, but you could still hear it just going. "Ah."
Yeah, that was creepy.
That-
She's like on the floor below, like, and it's still chasing her. And she can still hear it going.
Yeah.
Is it gonna come down the ceiling?
Yeah,
I was
I
sitting up
oh,
against the chair in the
too.
theater, just going.
I know, you just kept moving a lot. You were like at the edge of your seat, and then you're like,
It was like a scary video game when like you run away from the creature and you're just far enough where you can start exploring again, but it's still chasing you. So you're just
Oh,
like
God.
you're just like looking around like, oh, what are
and I
these?
should run some
What are
more.
all these? And all of a sudden it's like just getting closer. You're like, I had time.
You turn around, you catch just a glimpse of it going through a hall. You're like, I should be on the move again.
Yeah, it's like why did I stop?
Time to run.
It moves faster when you don't look at it.
I'm just so glad that she never like
No.
she never walked up to the ghost and was like, Tom, or anything like that. It was so fucking stupid because, like you said, it's so clearly some fucked up monster thing. It's just bloody red skeletons all the time.
Because it was drowned in the clay.
Yeah, which is so cool because like this movie can look really bloody without actually being bloody because of the red clay.
That's a good device.
Which
Del
is why they
Toro's
call
a
it
genius.
Yeah, it's smart. So like, it's not vats of blood; it's vats of clay.
It's vats of clay. Red clay.
It was a lot of blood.
Or it could be a
There was
mixture
a
of
lot of blood
both.
in this movie.
You don't know.
Or was there? Was it all just clay?
Oh, come on. Her dad got smashed into his sink.
But the
Oh.
sink was white.
What?
And then there was blood all over it.
Oh, jeez. I saw you cringe in the
Oh.
theater.
Well, Jesse
at that
doesn't do
point.
gore at all. But I
That,
did.
that was some pretty visceral
I mean, that was
beating.
pretty. I mean, you
There's
were
some
watching
pretty-
his
pretty
head
good
being
violence in
smashed
here.
It was
like-
pretty.
Like people on
Holy
people
crap.
violence, not so much
And then
Spectre
watching
on
what's her bucket
person.
stab
There was
him in the
never a
face, you're just
Spectre
like.
on Spectre. Actually,
Yeah.
no single spook ever killed anyone, hurt anyone.
No single Spectre spooked physically.
Yeah,
A spooky silver spectre, not a single spook.
not a single spooky specter
Yeah.
slashed or stabbed a single. But no, I
The
think
real
this movie,
horror are human beings.
This movie had
Like
a good
you
balance. I feel like it had a good balance of like,
Everything.
yeah, like
That there
even
was.
like gore. People
It
that
was
just
a
watch gore.
well-rounded movie.
Oh
Right.
yeah, it didn't use it so much that you became desensitized to it within the context of the film.
Yeah, it was.
It felt very
No,
visceral.
I
and
still
epic.
cringed every
Where did
time.
that come from?
I think it's from the
Hemingway?
contrast.
It
Because like
a
if it
lot
was
of-
just like
carried a lot of weight to
continual
it.
thing, you probably by the 30-minute mark you'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
Or just
I
the
don't know.
whole time just go.
Me, Green Inferno, just the whole time, like, I
Well, that
can't
movie
watch.
sucks. That movie sucks. Just because it's like grotesque and gory does not make it a good movie. Some people don't honestly give a shit. Like Sabina loves gore. Apparently, I didn't know that. So she thought that movie was amazing.
She seriously actually liked that movie.
Yeah,
Wow.
because honestly, all those people watch is just people getting torn apart. It's like, why would you watch Saw? Well, I should say anything past the second or third movie, maybe. You know, because the first ones are okay. You know.
I guess some people are just into that.
It's just fucking disturbing.
I
Speaking of
guess some people are
disturbing,
into that.
yeah. Speaking of disturbing, incest in this movie. That's fantastic.
Oh, man.
Talk about inbreeding.
Man, I had my suspicions, but then once it got confirmed, I was like, oh, okay,
Dang it.
that's gross.
No, like I thought for a second, like, oh, it's not his sister, it's his wife, and it's like, oh shit, it's
both.
Yeah.
and then my dick just went soft.
Wait, what?
Huh? Anyway. Well, that wraps it up for this episode. No.
Yeah, that was quite the curveball because
No.
I totally.
Let me go, you sicko.
Why am I sicko? My dick went soft after that. My dick.
Why
went
was it hard
soft.
before?
Oh, because it's spooky ghost. You know I got a thing for skeletons, right?
Welcome
This is
to
why
the
he knows all
Bone
this
Zone.
stuff about skeleton wars.
Rattle, rattle.
Jeez.
We know my husband's back from the skeleton war. Rattle, rattle.
And I says, bada boom, bada bing.
And I said, hey, oh, forget about it. All right.
Whenever I read a synopsis about this movie, it always seemed like it was gonna say something. It always said something to the accord of like, and Thomas Hiddleston has a crazy secret. And I was like,
What kind of movie shows were you watching?
well, it was the synopsis and stuff, so I was just like,
Oh, I see.
I was like, so he's probably gonna turn out to be dead the whole time, right?
That's
He's gonna turn out to be
That
dead
was
the
one
whole
of my
time.
thoughts.
But
That
I thought
would
that
seem
too, that maybe the house was haunted and he was a ghost. But then when he came to America, I was like, there's no fucking way. That ghost is making a bus. Like a
Yeah.
fucking plane
So like
ticket
the
to
whole,
America.
so the whole time I'm sitting there going, well, that can't be it. So what's it gonna be? So I'm glad that the reveal at the end was actually even more grounded.
It was very
It's again
reasonable.
like the visit, like the twist.
It's a realistic
the-
twist, but that makes it good. Because
Yeah.
you're not really expecting anything like that. I
Exactly.
wasn't expecting any twist.
I came in with no expectations.
Yeah.
So
I
that was
thought-
nice.
Yeah,
It's because I read.
You probably
so
should
much
watch
into
the
this
film
shit.
before you come see this review.
Well, that's
well, like,
granted
in the
anyway.
visit, if you know the director, you're expecting the twist. So when he made the twist, you're just like,
Oh.
it was so simple that was the twist.
And that makes sense because even with Shyamalan, I expected a retarded twist, but I didn't get a retarded twist, which made it a good movie.
What actually made the twist was that it was just so simple.
So-
so simple.
It was a double twist.
If M. Night,
Boom.
if M. Night in that
It was like a
movie
double slap.
wasn't mediocre, I wouldn't have been satisfied. Isn't that a weird way to think about it? It's kind of true though, right? Because you're expecting a lot more, but you're glad that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
guess.
this movie, I don't know, like you said, I didn't really have any expectations other than it would be good. I didn't look up very much of this movie.
At the very
Tried not
worst,
to.
coming from Del Toro, it'd be at least decent.
I didn't even know it was directed by Del Toro. I just saw the trailer and thought, you know,
Yeah.
it's a haunted house that doesn't take place in the suburbs with young, middle class
The
people.
cameras.
The Scooby-Doo crew.
Ooh, and no found footage. That's also nice. I found it very refreshing.
Dude, that's right. Yeah.
I felt like I was reading a book.
When was right? It felt like it.
I felt like it could have been a
It
book.
did open up with a
Like,
storybook.
well, I mean, like the thing was, like, I didn't feel like I was watching some like person who found a camera somewhere. Like, I actually felt like I was reading a story. Like, there was something to it, rather than just like, oh, this happened.
Well, that's
Well, it
because
was well written. It
that's
had
because it's one of
multiple
those.
levels.
Derek, was there a movie this year that was not found footage or anything like that? It was just kind of like a story. Not necessarily.
Besides this one.
Everything's modern, isn't it?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I
everything
wish
is like,
they would
"This
just
happened."
stop making horror films in the modern time. Just-
Woman in Black 2 was set back in World
There you
War
go.
II.
That's true. That one was good too. That one felt like a story.
And that was the one thing that made me realize that like all scary movies set back at least 70 years and back
They have this.
are always ghosts.
They have this
movies.
magical kind of. I don't know. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
always
'cause-
ghosts
Because,
or beasts.
shit's old. You associate
I mean-
old with ghosts.
well, there's that too. But you also can, when you try to get into the mind of the characters going through it, they don't have as much experience with that stuff as us.
Yeah,
They're probably looking at it more through a particular lens.
I don't know what else it could be either. Imagine like a World War II like Mothman movie. Like what the fuck would that be? Man?
Yeah, they didn't have Legend of the Mothman, so they'd have to come up with a legend.
Yeah.
They're the people who came up with the legend.
Man, this
that's
just
a
right at
good
the end
aspect.
of the movie. Man, that thing looked like a moth.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey Mothman.
Hey,
Roll credits.
Mothman.
But yeah, even though as a movie, I don't think we rated Woman in Black 2 that well. It still
I
sticks
gave
in
it like
my-
a 7 or 8.
I also
actually.
gave it a 7. But it sticks in my head more than those movies I gave a 9 to that are more modern, just because it's like different.
Well, like Sinister 2.
Yeah, they have like that older, nice feel. I like things that like have that like classic murder mystery feel.
I just like movies with a 1940s feel. That's
I
why I
would-
like Captain America a lot.
Oh gosh, because no matter what time period he's in, he's gonna be from the 40s.
And The Rocketeer, and
Never seen
Other
that
such
movie.
like
I have
that.
not seen that movie.
it's pretty good.
That's an old one, isn't it?
It's by the same director as the first Captain America movie.
Wait, what year did that movie come out? Rocketeer.
Like the 90s. 91.
Oh, wow. I should really watch that.
I heard
That's
it
older
was good.
than you are.
Oh my god! No,
And then they
I'm
also did
45.
October Sky, but whatever. So yeah, older feeling movies are really dang great.
I would say period movies.
Period films.
Like
Yeah.
set in a definitive period, be it past or present or future. I mean, a present is just overdone to me.
Yeah, but period pieces, if done right, feel timeless at the same time.
Oh yeah, it has a lot of timelessness to them. I mean, this film's going to be, the same film in 100 years. You're not going to need to understand
That's
culture,
true.
modern culture much.
Like if
Well,
they redo it
In
and like
100 years, we're gonna watch everything from holograms. So they might just remaster this movie in holovision,
man, that'd make it look too beautiful.
smell-o-vision too. Why not?
That's
Maybe.
a thing.
The Oculus
Man, that
Rift.
really I can really smell the clay.
The Oculus whiff,
Oh,
where you
man.
get to smell it.
Ooh, that'd be weird.
That'd be gross.
Watching horror films on a smell-o-vision.
All you do is smell
You smell
blood.
rotting corpses the whole time.
Oh.
That's so
I would
gross.
do it.
Otherwise, it was your
Zombie
mom's
movies
ass.
would be so disgusting.
Yeah.
You know why I think
You'd
modern,
vomit all the time.
I think I know why I'm getting sick of modern setting movies.
Because there's so many of them.
Well,
They're all
because
terrible.
well, yeah,
No.
well, but mostly because when the more modern things get, I don't know. Something upsets me about like kids having cell phones in these movies. I don't know why.
Oh, like smartphones and shit. in
Yeah,
the
it just
movies.
kind of takes me out of it because now I don't think of like a kid being attacked by a ghost in a high school like the Gallows.
Mhm.
I don't think it's like a phantom attacking these kids. Now all of a sudden I realize, oh, this is someone I probably went to school with. I don't know, and I just feel like it's some fag on the bus with his iPhone, And I just get pulled off to another time where kids are just sitting there doing nothing but staring at their phones. I don't know. It's an association thing, I think. But in my mind, it doesn't work. I can't have horror and like a kid playing on his iPod at the same time. It doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
It could probably be done well, but maybe it just hasn't been done well yet.
Well, that's what they're trying to do with like Unfriended. They said like the new generation of horror movies, and it's like fuck you.
It was all on Skype, and they were like using meme-like talk,
yeah,
like obvious troll is obvious. And I sat there and went, "Wow, do I feel old
Oh, that's
for
gotta
not
be
liking this?"
A real challenge for filmmakers. I mean,
Because that's
No.
going to get aged instantly.
well, there's that, but with older films that took place, when they were supposed to be modern, like Halloween took place in its day and age,
yeah.
and I think that's a pretty timeless movie.
I-
But how would you make a timeless film that took place now?
That's the thing. I feel like you have to.
It follows Tried, and it felt very alienating.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Derek. It has to have a different kind of like creature or something like that. It has to be different. It can't be like a fucking ghost from the 1800s attacking a bunch of...
The monsters have to change.
It has to, yeah, because think about movies set in the future. They're always aliens. They're usually aliens, actually. They're not going to be fucking Victorian ghosts on a battleship from fucking Mars, you know?
Mhm.
It just doesn't work. Maybe even, like,
That-
murderers. Right?
That does give me a good idea for a film. What if, like, spaceship... Earth got messed up and a spaceship came back to Earth and got haunted by...
Victorian era
Yeah,
ghosts.
they were exploring the ruins of Earth and they got haunted by Victorian
Man,
ghosts.
That would be so weird.
That would be cool. I think that'd be cool.
I was just looking at this thing about this old Spanish church that was sitting in this middle of this reservoir, and the water level has gone down because of a drought, and it's like partially revealed. That was built like 400 fucking years ago, and I made that my new cover photo because it looks way too creepy. But the first time it got submerged was like 1966, and the last time it was uncovered was 2002, and people could actually walk inside of it.
Huh.
Neat.
That was really cool.
Old stuff's creepy.
I don't know. There's a lot of movies I wish that they made, as far as like scary stuff. But that just
Yeah.
means that there's more potential for things to
There's a lot of potential out there. I just wish they'd, explore that potential more. They need to be taking more risks like
How
that.
come demons only possess humans in these movies? You know what I want to see?
And they don't
What?
possess dogs
I wanna
or
see-
cars like Christine.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I want to see the devil possessing like a Bigfoot.
A Sam Squinch.
One of those Sam Squanches. It's one of those squanches.
That'd be crazy. Like, oh my god, it's Bigfoot. Oh, worse, it's Satan driving Bigfoot.
Driving.
The monster truck is what I'm saying.
It's like, oh my god, is that Bigfoot? Nah, Bigfoot don't have red eyes. Holy shit, it's the devil. And they're not surprised that it's a Sam Squanch. Oh my god, it's a Sam Squanch. Shut the hell up, Ricky.
Here's another thing that I'm glad it didn't turn out to be. I thought Thomas Hiddleston and his sister, let's just say Jessica Chastain, Lucille is her name, but
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm glad they also didn't turn out to be vampires
Vampire.
or
Oh
like
my God.
eternal
They
people.
did kind of look like it.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't think of
Well,
that.
because like at
I didn't
first,
think of it, but
at first,
Then, yeah, I did kind of get that vibe that they were real subtle about
Oh,
things.
and they went after like young women.
They went after young
and he
women.
has like a Dracula layer.
They were.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he always
Yeah.
had a really high collar too.
and they also said he'd been married like so he'd had multiple wives. And for some reason, even though I saw all the years on those envelopes that Edith finds, I was like, man, this might be taken across like decades. And yet, like every time they pulled out an old photo of him, I was like, holy fuck, these all look kind of different. Maybe they're immortal for some fucking reason. Maybe it's in the clay.
Maybe they're clay pyres.
and that
But
totally
then it
works.
turned out to
It's
be.
lean.
Maybe
Then it just turned out to be normal.
Yeah.
And that totally does work with the times period too, because
Vampires are traditionally Victorian.
yeah, and also they can this might be like the dying breed you're watching, so maybe that's why you can't have them nowadays.
So-
it doesn't make any sense. Like
so-
Twilight, they're all fucking doctors.
So then again, I was glad that it turned out not to be vampires. It was just people
Just
want-
people.
Yeah, just people. And that's the most horrifying thing, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, they turned out to just be crazy people murdering people.
Crazy brother fuckers.
brother fuckers. Holy shit, Derek.
Well, to be
too
fair,
close.
only one of them was a brother fucker.
Yeah.
That's true.
Good points, bad points.
Should we talk about that right away? I feel like,
Unless we got a few more things you guys want to talk about of this movie.
well, let me think. There's a lot of cool elements in this movie. I just can't put my finger on any of them.
Did you write any of your ideas down, Derek?
Well, I remembered every one of them.
Oh, okay.
I didn't write them down, but I just remembered them as soon as we all got back together.
Fantastic.
Like, why are all movies set several decades ago with ghosts instead of whatever else?
Modern
Or
ghosts.
maybe even monsters instead.
That's interesting.
Like, no older movies really have just a crazy dude running around with a knife. Like
They should make
slasher
a Jack
movies.
the Killer, Jack the Ripper kind of thing.
They
That'd
did,
be
and it's
cool.
called From Hell, and it was kind of okay.
Oh, really?
Just okay.
Yeah, you can't have like an old slasher. That's just dumb.
Unless it's Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But then, of course, he has to get away with it at the end.
That's true. Well, how about we rate the movie then?
This movie?
Oh, actually, no. We should save that. We usually
do our scenes first.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm Travis. But Derek, how about you start? What's your favorite scene and least favorite scene?
Oh God, where to start? Good scene.
Your favorite.
My favorite scene.
This shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, that is kind of hard though. I really love this movie.
I know there's a lot of scenes I'm trying to think.
It's
of
basically the whole movie.
Okay, well,
because you can't really take anything out in it.
Well, I'm sure each of us have our own different one.
There really isn't any bad scenes though.
No,
yeah,
I can think of one. I have one in my mind.
All right, well don't.
Okay, so my favorite part, one of my favorite. This is mine. That one dream sequence she has where it's out in that open field in the middle of the daylight, and it's got the ghost across the way. That's my favorite type of ghost showing up on a screen, is when they're far off and you can barely tell who it is.
And
And they do that kind of
Weird
point off,
twitching thing. Yeah.
you know. That it was not so jarring from the rest of the movie, but it was also like tonally just slightly different enough to where it made me go, oh. You know,
Yeah.
so bad point.
Maybe an element that you didn't like, not necessarily a scene. Something you thought was just useless.
Lucille's freak out at that one point.
When she slams the pot down.
Yeah,
That's my least favorite scene too.
I don't know why. It was unusually unrestrained. I thought for her character. Even though
she realized that what's her bucket had sex with her brother.
I thought that was
because he had never had
funny,
sex
yeah.
with any of the other wives.
And like thinking about that, it's pretty much just like, oh my god, he cheated on me. Like I would murder the
and then
other
also
was
near the end,
watching
she kind of
him
went a
fall off.
little too manic in my taste for it. But then again, that's nitpicky.
Well, she's also crazy, but I do see what you're talking about.
It's very nitpicky. Also.
It was way too dramatic, and because if you didn't really know what was going on, you're just like, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna damn this movie for that shit.
Yeah, but that's fair.
That's only because I have to pick a bad point.
What about you, Scott?
Oh man, my favorite scene. Let me think for a minute.
This was a whole yesterday ago.
I know it was yesterday ago, and there were a lot of good scenes to pick from.
How about least favorite scene? Can you think of anything?
My least
anything you
favorite.
didn't like in this movie at all? Maybe the skeletons were too spooky.
No. That could never be as bad.
Just
But I think the who's that doctor character?
Charlie Hunnam's character.
Yeah, Charlie Hunnam.
I can't remember his name,
Can't remember
but
his
he's
name
the
either.
doctor.
He is the doctor. He's kind of the
dude that likes Edith.
yeah,
Obviously.
likes Edith and
or not dude, because this is old times. The gentleman.
the gentleman. He's the good ending.
Yeah.
He's the good ending.
He's
ending. A.
He's the good ending, but I felt like he was a little bit weak.
If you did all the
I think they needed to maybe make him
Give him
pursue
more.
her a little harder.
if you completed all the stuff,
Yeah.
And like maybe we could.
I don't know.
I'm
He did
tempted-
do that one cute part where he was showing her the
ghosts.
Yeah.
the ghost slides, and she was like, "Why haven't you been showing me like this?" He's like, "You never gave me the time."
He got
Yeah.
friend zoned
Yeah, he did.
And she was like, "Oh."
or companion zoned.
Well,
let's
I
say,
mean, because they
because
grew up together, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not really gonna look at someone like that.
maybe.
But yeah, I felt like he was maybe a little weak. Just
Yeah,
kind of
he kind of just came out of nowhere as a hero, huh?
Well, he wasn't even the hero really. He just showed up and got jabbed.
He did
Yeah.
save her though.
Kind of.
They were gonna kill her, and he knocked on the door.
Yeah.
He three's
He
company.
saved her. If I was him,
Oh my god.
What, Derek? He fucking did.
No, you made me start singing the fucking
Come
theme
on, knock
song.
on my door.
I've been waiting for you. Damn you.
Three's company.
but yeah, I guess he was a little weak. I felt like maybe he could have been
Yeah.
had more screen time or something.
Yeah. Instead of like in the background, kind of doing the investigating while she does the real investigating.
Yeah.
What about your favorite though? What is your favorite scene?
My favorite scene. I'm gonna say. I want to say any scene with the ghost, but I also want to say any scene with Edith sneaking around the mansion at night and uncovering the things. Like her investigating. Her investigating was great and thrilling. I got it. The whole keys scene.
Wait.
Oh, where she takes the key.
Yeah, where she takes the key and she unlocks the thing and gets all the stuff out, and then Who?
She
Lucille?
sneaks it
That
Yeah,
was actually my
Luc-
favorite scene.
Yeah, Lucille comes in and, she notices the keys are gone, but Edith doesn't know the keys
She
are gone.
knows.
Yeah,
And then,
so
it felt like very subtle but really smart.
A part of
move.
me was like, Edith,
Trying
don't you
to
dare
outs-
put the key back
It was
on
like
there.
really trying to outsmart each
Why are you
other,
that
but it
stupid?
wasn't like stupid levels of ridiculous.
yeah,
outsmarting.
honestly, if I was Edith, I would have done the same thing. So what she did was she noticed the key was gone, that said no law on it. So she put the key ring down next to Edith, and then she left for a little bit, and then Edith was like, "Oh, it's my chance to put the key back on." She puts it back on, and then Lucille grabs the key ring, looks at it while she walks away, and goes,
Yeah, she
did
noticed-
have the
Yep.
fucking
She
key."
notices the key is back.
She
and
also
that's
had
how
a
she
little
knows.
bit of a look like, was it really gone?
Oh yeah,
She was a little confused. That's
It was
true.
half and half.
yeah, but that confirmed her suspicions.
But
It was
that
pretty smart.
That was so smart of Lucille.
It was smart. And I like that, and also the ghost. Like, the ghost just looked really good for me.
Yeah.
I liked just how they were there. They were very solid.
Yeah.
Didn't try to hide them. No fancy hiding them with camera tricks. They didn't knock portraits off the wall like dicks.
There was
they did have trouble opening the doors, as ghosts are wont to do.
Just
But-
like the aliens from
the
Science.
doorknob just fucking too. I love a lot of parts of it.
But everything with the ghost was great. I
in,
loved.
in the trailers, they had that scene where the door handle was fucking jiggling like crazy as it slowly opened. And I just imagine like Michael J. Fox is on the side just trying to open the door.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Michael J. Fox as
Yeah.
the ghost.
What about you, Jesse? What was your favorite and least favorite scene? in this?
Least favorite scene was definitely when Lucille freaked out and slammed the pot and
Just
food
like
went
Derek's.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But it was because she started just like grabbing handfuls of the food and like throwing it in the pot, and I was like,
That's
there is no way.
She thinks she's not good.
One, the food was burning. Like,
Yeah.
she just walked away from it, and Edith found it because it was burning. Two, I am a cook. You don't grab hot food like that and then not go, it's hot. Like,
Well, she's fucking crazy.
no.
Well,
I
it was
don't
also-
care if you're a crazy
It was
person.
also
You
really
don't
cold
grab.
in there still.
No, that food would have been
Well,
freaking hot.
they took it off the burner.
For
I
like
remember
a minute.
For a
Yeah.
minute.
But
For like literally a
But
minute.
That's the other thing that
No.
made me think
No.
vampire.
Like, I
Wait, are
grabbed
you-
fries out of a fryer
are
at
you-
350 degrees. That's hot.
are you upset because she would have freaked out because it was hot?
No, like, it just bothers me that she was grabbing handfuls of freaking hot food
she's-
and was like totally fine. Just like,
Because she's fucking insane.
It's not okay.
She
no.
gets like her finger cut off and she's totally fine.
No, I don't like
You
it
know,
because you
until she
can't
gets
grab
killed.
handfuls of hot food and be okay.
Well, she's very persistent later on, though.
I don't care.
It did.
I'm not okay with that scene because that's not accurate.
If you're not a chef,
That
it
would
won't
have
bug you.
worked.
Well, I'm not okay with that because she was just. It's one thing to go crazy, and then she realizes how nuts she was slamming the pot, but then she's just fucking grabbing it
I know, just
like a psychopath.
Yeah, kind of like the grandparents from The Visit.
No,
Yeah,
when
she
I
was
dropped
that
my
kind of
spaghetti.
crazy.
What was your favorite scene, though?
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna be a really girly girl about this, but mine was the waltz scene.
I like that
Only
scene
because
too.
he was like, and I pick you, and she was like,
No, that had all the
No,
great
I'm
elements.
sorry, I don't think so.
Wouldn't
He's
you
like,
rather
no.
have this girl? And
Yeah,
just,
wouldn't
like,
you rather have her? And he's like, I choose you. And I was like,
No, that was a good
was
scene.
So cute.
No, that was one of the best scenes as far as the romantic elements go.
Well,
Yeah.
and it like totally changed like the feel of how the movie was gonna go. I think.
Yeah, no, for real, because you think it's going to be just like Sly
Yeah.
Ass 5, and then that happens.
Yeah, and then that happens. You're like, oh,
That's true.
sweet.
That's true.
And then that starts the whole romance thing, and then her dad's like, no. But yeah.
Well, my favorite scene, I can't say Scott's anymore, because Scott already said it. I'm going to say my second favorite scene in that case, because I was thinking about two. It's when she finally figures out what the hell's going on, and she's like real close to exactly what's happening, realizes that the tea is what the poison is. And then she walks over to find Tom, and then he's with his sister having sex. And then she's like, oh my god, holy shit. And then they both get up and push her off the railing.
No,
Oh.
only Lucille.
Well, Lucille does, but you know, they both
Tom
get
is
up.
like, what?
And-
He was trying to stop
And she
her.
busts her fucking legs or some
That's
shit
when
like
the
that.
scene went off the rails.
But yeah, exactly, Scott. Exactly off the rails.
Yeah, that is the beginning of the end.
That is. That's why I like that, because it's like, not only is it a huge fucking reveal for both us and her, but she also gets fucking pushed off the fucking staircase. And,
Off the third floor.
and now it becomes like a fight.
No, wait,
you know?
second floor?
It's a giant
Yeah.
fight. It was the third floor, because then she hit her
Yeah, she
back.
hit one.
She
So
slammed
she
her back
was
in
on
the
the
second
third.
floor.
No, she was on the second. She would have hit the first floor. No, never mind.
She was-
I'm thinking of the second and first floor and then ground floor.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's, yeah. Then if you want to look at it like that, then yeah, that's what it was. But my least favorite scene was probably the very beginning of the movie when they had the funeral and stuff for the mom, like right off the bat.
Mhm.
I didn't like it because it felt like I was jumping into it way too fast. And I don't know, maybe just a few more establishing shots or something. It was only like 30 seconds long, but for some reason I really didn't like how it started out with that.
With a funeral?
Yeah, because when we got in there, I'm just like, I'm barely settling into this, this movie. It starts and then I feel like it just kicks off way too fast. Like, you can't just have, like, not even like her death, like the funeral. So
Do you
quick.
mean like you wish there were like shots of her and the mom or something?
Something. Maybe just like, maybe it started off straight at the funeral instead of like having her talk about like earlier that like year or some shit. I don't know.
Well, it was supposed to be her reflecting on that.
Yeah, I
She
didn't.
was
I thought it was a
I
pretty
didn't
good
believe
hook.
in ghosts until the night my mom.
I
blah,
don't know.
blah, blah.
Literally, just that like 30 seconds without their funeral, I did not like that. I don't know. I don't know.
That's
I
only
just,
30 seconds out of it.
yeah.
Yeah, 30 seconds out of a nearly 2-hour film.
And honestly, it's just because I didn't want it to be in that spot. I would like to rearrange a little bit. I don't know. I don't like it when characters like sit there and they talk about like they're in the present and then they talk about the past and then they go back to the present at the end of the movie. I don't know. Something about that.
It didn't go back to the end, the present at the end of the movie. It went to the present like 2 minutes later.
It's just weird. I don't know. I don't like how it jumped too quick into that. That's just me though.
Yeah.
I still liked it, but it felt too fast.
Mm.
Knowing that now, if I watched it again, I'd be totally fine. I'd go, yep, this is the first scene. But
Yep.
when we were watching, I was like, did we miss something? What the fuck? It's just a little fast. Oh, okay, we're jumping straight into the characters. All right.
Yep.
Immediately goes into her like writing her dirt journal.
Dirt
Candlelight. Dirt journal. I found this dirt. No, it's
Oh, goodness.
fucked up. So anyway, Derrick, what do you rate this movie out of Spooks?
What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a gosh dang perfect score of 10.
Whoa.
I love this
shit.
movie a lot.
Whoa, Derrick, it's the first time we've ever given a movie a 10.
I love this movie a lot.
He's like, I love it.
Is it the perfect movie?
It's
It's not.
It's not the perfect movie, but there's not a single thing I really don't hate about it. Like
You don't hate?
everything about it I love. Every minute of it was not a single thing wasted, I don't think.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect. Like the music, the tone, every person was picked perfectly for their part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From the dad to the spy to
To the
the
lawyer.
lawyer.
Oh, yeah, the spy guy was
everything
a
from
pretty good
top to
character,
bottom
too.
was
Yeah.
just
It's a good
perfect
minor
for me.
character.
It all
Was
came
it-
I
together
like
as
the
a
dad, too.
as
That's
a
great.
well-oiled machine,
He was a JGL.
perfectly helmed by one of our best genre directors of the modern time.
Yeah. I'd even go as far as to say ever.
Yeah.
Filmmaking hasn't been around that long, and currently he's number one, in my opinion, in that area.
Yeah. Too dang good.
But, Scott, how about you? Out of 10 Spooks.
Out of 10?
Out of 10. So Derrick, you gave it a 10, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Guess
it's
what
the first
I'm gonna
time
give
you've
it.
ever given What?
A 10.
No way.
I'm very much in Derek's camp here.
Mr. Cynical's gonna give it a perfect fucking score?
I can.
We've broken him.
Jesus Christ.
It
Who
took-
are
It's been broken.
it takes a master.
It is exactly what I want it to be. I cannot think of how I would change it. I cannot think of a scene in the film where I wasn't
Hey, that's
actively
true.
engaged and enjoying myself.
As far as that
I was thrilled, scared, and thinking very hard about this film the whole time I was watching it. Trying to think of the ghosts and what their plot was
Yeah.
and how they were going to investigate it and how everybody was going to survive or not survive or what everybody would do. I was engaged the whole time. I was feeling what the film wanted me to feel. I can't think of anything I would change, and therefore I give it a 10.
Wow. Jesse,
A 9.
you give it a 9?
I definitely think they could have portrayed the gore less.
Yeah,
I
you-
mean, like, I'm sure, like, people, like, probably Scott and Derek are like, no, it was perfect.
Well,
but, like,
I-
for
yeah, I
people like
think it
me,
was
like, I feel like they could have
There was a part where they jabbed a
into
knife.
his face.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, that was like...
It was just like, I'm not saying that wasn't necessary,
Him
but like
pulling
it
it out
was
could
just
have been
like,
a little less.
here's the line,
Yeah.
and they were like tiptoeing over it for me. Like they were like one toe over, and I was like,
At least they didn't.
Like with the bashing of the father's head, and like they could have like, for me, I would have been totally fine if like they showed her doing it, but they just showed her back, so you knew what she was doing, obviously.
Yeah.
But like you didn't have to watch his face get smashed in.
I found that actually pretty interesting to watch it.
Well, I'm sure like people like you would, but like for me, I'm just like that's like one toe over the line for me.
I totally.
At least it wasn't like Green Inferno where they just did a full marathon sprint ahead of the line.
Like that's a totally good reason. I agree with you, but like the reason I like that sometimes is it adds realism for me for murders. It's like,
and I get that.
Nobody dies a nice murder.
Yeah, because you don't want to go, oh man, he was killed. You want to go, oh Jesus fucking Christ, because you know
his
what?
face is going into his head.
Yeah, because that's what fucking
his skull caved in.
But I mean, like,
and we saw
they
it.
still like.
No, yeah, like
but
the knife.
thing is,
We all
like,
saw it.
I get that they were smashing his face in, and they still showed his smashed in face when she was identifying his face, and that would have been fine. You know, if you didn't have to watch his face being smashed in, and you saw that, you're like, oh god, like his face was smashed in.
To be fair, I did like that scene.
Like his nose was even crooked in the scene where she was identifying him.
Yeah.
So depending on your
I mean, like that would have
opinion
been fine.
of gore,
that's
that you might want to take
But
that
that's
into
just
consideration.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm saying
Was it
it was
even
like
rated
one
R, or
toe
was
over
it
the
Oh,
line.
this
I think it was. I thought it was rated R. They used the word "fuck" once,
Derrick,
which actually did not take me out of the film, even though it was
this
Victorian.
can't be rated PG-13, Derrick.
There's no way.
There's no fucking way. Are you serious? Are you shitting me?
No, because I'm pretty sure.
It's been a long time since I've seen a rated R ghost film.
What's her bucket?
smashed.
No, I'm pretty sure what's her bucket. The sister was like, no, he never fucked any of that.
Yeah, they said "fuck" once,
Yeah.
which I will give it points
No,
for.
and Thomas said
It
fucking
didn't take me out of the
something.
thing.
I remember that.
Fucking
We saw ass.
He
We saw
said
man
something
ass.
But
fucking.
to be fair, a PG-13 movie does allow one F word in it.
Killers too.
But yeah, there's no way.
And we saw a
there's no
scene
way
from the
this
Kama
wasn't-
Sutra.
Yeah, if it makes you, if
big
it makes
picture
Jesse
of
kind of cringe a little bit, it can't be rated PG-13. There's no way. But
Yes,
I give this movie a 9 as well.
Dang, this is like the most
But let me tell you why.
high-rated film we've had so
Yeah,
far.
I agree.
You're
But
not gonna. Yeah.
I don't give it a 9 necessarily because of the excessive gore. Because it is, I will agree, Jesse, that it is slightly
It's
excessive.
literally like a toe over the line.
Yeah, because like
Like a pinky toe.
like if it removed like the face stabbing,
Yeah, that. Oh god.
then I would have actually been.
Oh jeez.
I would totally been cool with that. But either way, it's fine because it does make him like cry blood at one point, and that's kind of a cool shot. But I give this a 9 because I didn't think the dialogue was as juicy as it could have been. And that sounds really weird, but there's a lot of exchanges with the characters that they could have really said some things. You know what I mean?
I kind of thought it was spot on.
Really?
I pretty much
Well,
did.
that time period, they didn't
I mean,
say
then
a lot
again,
to each other.
Yeah.
I did give it a 10.
But that's what
I-
makes me want to. I want them to get up in their face and say things.
That wasn't their character, though. I mean, the dad did that a little bit. The
And
dad knew right what was
And that's
happening.
exactly what I
He
was
was a
thinking of.
no-nonsense
when
motherfucker.
When I was thinking about like lines, just like things that people say to each other, I wanted him to just say more to him than just like, I know who you are, here's this, get out. And it's like, no, that's not him. He would hold up a straight knife, straight edge, and he would get him close and he'd go, listen here, you softy, these are the hands of a working man.
That
I
was
don't think
fantastic.
That was so funny when that happened, Derrick. We both looked at each other and went, oh, he said it.
You never worked a day in your life.
But-
But that was the time period. Even when you were like behind closed doors, like nothing was very confrontational.
But
they were just like, here's
here's
what it is.
the
I'll say
thing.
why.
I
You
thought
fought
it was
with
really
your words.
confrontational.
I can't really remember any lines in this movie. I really don't remember any specific lines.
It wasn't quotable.
That's honestly, I hate to say it like that, but that's
That's
probably
its point
why.
against it, is
That's-
that it's
yeah,
not
because
quotable.
then the dialogue could have just been like just expressed through like like faces. I don't know. I wanted there to be a bit more discussion.
Except for that bit where it's like, I'd rather be a widow, not a
I
spinster.
thought it had plenty
I
of
know.
discussion. I thought it didn't go overboard. It
It's
wasn't
just so
verbose. It
sassy.
said just what it needed to say, and people conveyed their emotions well.
I just would have liked a lot more like cool taglines.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's not a movie for stuff like that.
Look at the screen and
Look,
just be
well,
like,
it
bada
wouldn't
bing.
fit the movie.
I know, but it's literally the difference between a 10 and a 9. For
For
me,
you.
it's just there needs to be like I want some like Quentin Tarantino dialogue.
I say we watch it a couple
You know
more
what I mean?
times, find our lines.
I'm just saying, like, I just wanted the.
Yeah, I feel like if we watched it, like,
I just wanted
one
the
or two more
dialogue to be
times,
a
we
little
would.
more interesting than it was. Because at some points, I felt like it was a little dry.
Alright. I guess that's your opinion.
That lead into the final thoughts.
That was my final thoughts. I mean, I know you guys aren't going to know what I'm talking about, but
I vaguely
understand
understand
it.
what you're talking about.
Well, because The Visit, it's not as good as this movie, but it has insanely a lot of quotable lines.
yeah, the Visit, like, it's mostly just them talking, and you really don't notice that. But in this movie, it's kind of like, I wonder what she's going to do next, and that's just as exciting. But all
The action, if actions were words, they'd be very quotable.
Yeah.
exactly.
There's going to be a lot of scenes I'll remember for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of this
Oh yeah.
little
This was just
gem.
a really good movie.
There were two bits that I remembered for the final thoughts. Was that this scene when they killed the dad was a lot like when they killed Hellboy's dad in Hellboy. It was played to classical music, and it was a very gruesome death.
I don't remember.
Well, back then it was modern music.
Well,
Oh, snap.
either way, it was like in Hellboy, his dad gets killed by the Nazi henchman, the one with the crazy blades and the tick-tockety chest,
I don't remember that.
or whatever, and he gets killed while he's listening to some classical music, doing whatever John Hurt does, and
Yep.
and
what he
so
does.
when he was playing the music in this movie, and he gets his head bashed in, I was like, oh, it's an amped up Hellboy death.
Hmm.
And then also the scene where she was listening to the audio recordings. That's another scene that I really, really like.
Yeah.
That was going to be my other top point. Those are my final thoughts.
Yeah. You know what? I just kind of thought of something.
What's that?
It's a little unrelated to your thing, but I mean, I think the reason I didn't like the dialogue so much, as far as like some of the dialogue, was probably because Edith wasn't always as exciting as she could be.
Yeah, you thought she was kind of like a sassy character.
Yeah,
that,
that's
like,
why. That's
Which,
probably
like,
why.
the first time you ever heard her speak, she, like, sassed off that lady.
And the dialogue between her and her dad is so great. You see this amazing relationship, and then I think all of a sudden she just doesn't talk.
But the thing
Well,
is,
that's
I
what
think
happens when you get married.
when- I also think that's because she was grief-stricken. I mean, for crying out loud, she got married, like, days after her dad was brutally murdered.
Well, also,
I mean, that would shut down someone.
Maybe, but
And she moved to a completely different area.
Whole new country,
She doesn't
3,000
even
miles
know
away.
the sister.
Over the
very
sea.
Oh my
well,
god! And that
doesn't
was
know
back
her
when
husband
that
very
was traveling places was a big deal.
yeah. But then again, like another thing about the characters not being that interesting, like as far as dialogue goes, I kind of also wish Tom's character maybe was a little more enthusiastic with showing her the house. He just kind of said things on need to know basis, and I guess I kind of get
Well,
that.
at first, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know?
I just wanted him to be like, look at the house, and I don't know. It wasn't as grand as I
Well,
thought.
Up until later, he didn't decide he was gonna kill her.
Yeah.
As far as he knew, he
That
was
was
just
his-
bringing her back to kill her.
That was his bubbling internal conflict
Mhm.
and character arc.
But I don't know. I understand where you're coming from on it. But
I still give it a 9.
Yeah.
I mean, you still did give it a 9.
I mean,
you're,
like-
you're justifying why you didn't give it a 10.
A 10 is a perfect movie for me, and I
Yeah.
felt like it just needed that little kick in the ass.
Well, hell, I think The Thing is the best movie ever. But
I
I,
would
still
give
have
The-
my issues with
I
it.
would give The Thing a 10 out of 10, but not for... It would all be like time issues, like when the movie was filmed. You know?
Because the
Yeah.
film had the audacity not to be made in modern times.
Yeah, how dare they? Well, they tried, and it sucked.
Yeah.
I don't know. This movie is...
Not everybody can George Miller their own movies
It's-
into being better.
Oh.
Like Mad Max, Road Warrior, and Fury Road.
And that, like, it's just an issue of, like, camera work and technology to be able to film things better, you know?
Yeah. You can't do it with every movie.
Product of the times. I don't know. This movie was great, though.
Anyway.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Jesse Scott, you got final thoughts?
Nope.
Not really.
Well, alrighty. On to the gift.
I don't know if
Oh
we
my
have time,
god.
actually.
We're at 1 hour 11 minutes and
Well,
50
We're not,
seconds.
we don't have to. He hasn't even seen it.
I haven't even seen the gift.
I don't wanna ruin
Just
it.
don't do it.
Oh.
I don't want to hear about your gifts.
Save it for November, I guess, because
'Cause I
this
don't
next
wanna
week
hear
is
it.
the Ghost Dimension.
We should review it on Christmas, the gift.
Tee
Good lord.
So funny
You and
joke.
you and your fucking jokes.
We're here for Christmas.
On the 12th day of podcast, what you look
A gift.
Please stop.
I won't be here on Christmas. I'm going to be in Vegas, baby. All right. Show me
Oh.
the snake eyes.
That's not very Christian of you.
Fuck you. Jesus wants me to gamble. Oh, seriously, I am going to Vegas on Christmas. I don't know if that's...
Oh,
Make
okay.
a Christian
Yeah, he
themed
actually is.
Yeah, I'm
Christian
Just
themed
leaving.
casino called Pascal's Wager.
What the fuck? Oh, jeez. No, I'm gonna go see David Copperfield. And then I'm gonna go see my parents renew their vows, and also maybe hit the casinos for a little bit. You know.
To go find a prettier girl than me.
Yeah, at the casinos. You know who goes to casinos, Jesse? It's all
No.
like
People like Cody.
It's all 80-year-old women. That's
And apparently you.
yeah.
I went to
No,
80-year-old
no,
women.
Jesse. That's exactly it. Families and 80-year-olds.
Go to casinos.
Yes. Have you ever been into a casino?
Yes,
That is
they
all
wouldn't let
it
me
is.
stay because I was underage.
Because you weren't 80 fucking years old.
The youngest woman unaccompanied by a man in there is not a day under 60.
Exactly. It's true, dude. It's too true.
If you're actually like around the same age as like any of us in this room,
You're not.
you're with a man.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
you should go to the budget casinos.
Oh snap! Well, my mom made it. Well, my dad.
Your
made it.
mom? Is your mom going to take you to the casinos?
Well,
Is she
yes.
going to show you how to play craps?
Yes, she's gonna teach me all she knows. No.
I
Well,
bet
my
she
dad-
plays like craps.
My dad made a joke about my brother. He would probably want to play like the slots all day, and he's just going to be sandwiched in between two old women as he sits there pulling the slots. They're going to look over to him. No luck today, huh?
If I could write a book about Cameron's sex life, it would be sandwiched between two old women.
Oh.
The erotic adventures of Cameron Powden.
I think that does it for today. What were you going to
That's
say,
enough.
Scott?
I thought
We're
the whole
done.
point of Cameron was that the opposite of old women.
Oh, man.
Sandwich between whatever I can get.
I hope he still listens to these episodes.
I hope not.
Oh, fuck. No. Okay. Well, you know what? Join us next week where we're going to review
The hopefully last Paranormal Activity movie.
the infamous Ghost Dimension that we've been talking about for at least 12 of our episodes, but the date's been changed. We canceled it one time. We
Yeah.
replaced it one time.
I was 6 months off.
And now all of a sudden it comes out and we don't hear about it until the week of. So what the fuck, Ghost
Yeah,
Dimension?
this is going to be the
Shittiest?
sixth. Well, probably the shittiest. I don't know. Number
Shittiest.
4 is the shittiest one.
Dude, that's the only one I saw besides the second one. And it was like a date, I think. And all I can remember was just people in the front and the back, the entire theater, just doing nothing but laughing at the movie.
Yeah, the fourth one's just god awful. Like unfortunately, I've seen all 5 of the current ones out, and the fourth one's the worst.
And
5
that's-
jumped it up a bit because right at the end they were like, you know how we're gonna kill these witches? Well, I'm gonna pull out my shotgun essay.
It's sad because that's not the point of these movies. At the very least, don't even laugh, just don't even get scared. But like laughing, Jesus Christ, they must still be making these on a budget, right?
Well, it's Jason Blum. He's known to make these movies like nearly unable to bomb kind of budgets. Like if they just if they played for just one day, he'd make his money back.
Yeah, you know.
That's the kind of budget they use.
Yeah, I'd say like the average of box offices is like 30 million.
Doesn't matter how shit these movies are. They always make money back.
Oh yeah, he's smart, man.
But anyway, I hope this is the last one, number 6.
Yes. So join us next
And
week.
it's gonna be the first one in 3D too, like pure 3D.
Oh, we are not watching this in 3D, man.
You don't
Are
want to
you gonna watch it in 3D?
I'm gonna watch it in 3D.
Ah, why?
I'm gonna find a showing that's both in 2D and 3D at the same time, and I'll watch the 3D one
I'll go to the 2D one.
and tell you guys, man, it sucks in all 3 dimensions.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. The ghost dimension. Is that the third dimension?
Oh, man.
Probably.
Anyway, join us
I get
next
it.
week.
Whether you like it or not, I won't like it.
Or
I know
not.
I won't. And I kill him.
I turned into pudding.
Speaking of kill the feed,
Eat
Scott.
him.
Scott, shut it down. Shut it down and don't save it.